soldiers.
Second-class soldiers.
The U.S. Army authorities, however, show restrictions. The three
like demanding for like. Hello amazing viewers and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be checking this video out for the very first time. And if you're new here, please consider liking, subscribing, and the list Bamber Bridge copy will be down in the description box and below. Please go check that out because that's one way for you to support this channel. Thank you for doing that, and let's get right into this video today, guys.
Hi, I'm Mitch Markey, president of Go for Broke National Education Center. We tell the story of the Japanese American soldiers of World War II, of their courage, patriotism, and sacrifice as they upheld America's promise. The promise that in our nation,
like seriously, like I feel a lot of things happened during World War II. There were just so many stories, and I think some of them to date are still untold. Like I feel there's some stories that happened in World War II that we don't see no till now to date. Like it was the deadliest war in history for a fact because a lot of things happened then.
no one is to be judged by the color of their skin, the nation of their origin, or the God whom they choose to worship. As we all know, our nation is currently struggling with a crisis of conscience. Despite the promise of America, not all individuals in our nation have been embraced by the American value of equality. In recognition and support of the Black community, Go for Broke National Education Center will be sharing stories of Black American soldiers during World War II, of their courage, of their patriotism, and of their sacrifice. They upheld America's promise, and in doing so, provide us today with a moral sense of direction. During World War II, Black American servicemen stationed in England were generally welcomed by their British hosts in ways that were completely opposite of the Jim Crow segregationist practices back in America. Black GIs would drink and socialize in mixed company in Britain.
So wait, like let me get this right. So where they were coming from, they were not actually 100% welcome. Like I was thinking, like when you're in the military, okay, they will drop the racist art, and because like at that point they're giving your life for your country, so at least they will look you like a human being you are. So like the way he's saying that they'll be welcome here in another man's country compared to their country, it just make no sense. Imagine a foreigner like giving you respect more than where you're coming from. Actually, they say the prophet is not respected in his own time, but like this is just supposed because this person is fighting for his country, is ready to lay his life down for everybody, and the least thing the person can just get in return is just respect. That's simple. Wow.
British pubs, where they were not only allowed to enter, but were warmly welcomed by the locals.
Wow.
Black soldiers saw around them a very different reality from that which they faced at home. A non-segregated society where they were welcomed as fellow fighters against fascism rather than second-class soldiers.
Second-class soldiers.
The U.S. Army authorities, however, did not condone.
Like, sorry, like that doesn't even make any sense. Like, second-class soldiers. Like, we are all soldiers, but there's level to it because of my skin color. Because of my skin color, you're like better than me. Like, it just makes no sense because like they're all fighting for the same cause. Like, so at least at that point, like I feel the military society, like the military stuff, like they see each other like brothers. So like now the segregation in it, like, so if I'm dying in the battlefield, if you see me dying, you won't help me because of my skin color. And we're fighting for the same cause. Like it just makes no sense. Like make it make sense. Like it just makes no sense.
On this equal treatment. 1943. The 1511th Quartermaster Truck Regiment, a segregated black unit, was stationed outside the town of Bamber Bridge. U.S. military authorities demanded that the town's pubs impose racial restrictions. The three
like demanding for like, oh, like you left your country and you're in another country, and you're still demanding for this segregation. Like why? Like why are they just so wicked? Like okay, this is not the definition of why are you wicked. Like why are you just wicked? These people are just like they have equal rights as you. Like they're all humans. We're all humans. Like why are you treating them like like an animal, like there's a kind of monkey. Like it's just crazy. So now they don't have access to things, and you want them to fight for you. You want they're all fighting for the same cause, fighting for the same nation, and you want them to be treated differently. Like, nah, this is just the wickedness of the next order. You're telling a man to go and die, but at the same time, you're not giving him just one thing, at least respect. Just one thing, respect. It's crazy. Like, come on.
Village pubs responded with signs that read, "Black Troops."
Whoa!
On the evening of June 24th, black troops and white locals were enjoying themselves at the Old Hog Inn. At closing time, white military police arrived and tried to arrest Private Eugene Nunn,
Why?
a black American soldier, for not wearing the proper uniform. But they were faced with white British soldiers, both male and female, who sided with Nunn and his fellow soldiers. The incident escalated into a fistfight, and the military police were beaten back. Later, the MPs returned with reinforcements, and a battle developed in the street. Shots were fired.
Like, this part of the story, like, it's more crazy. Like, now they're fighting each other just because of skin color. Like, they're not fighting the enemy right now. So right now they're currently fighting each other just because of skin color. Like, I know, trust me, if the officer Eugene was to be a white man, like that military police will overlook this whole dressing code stuff. Like, they'll be like, okay, just have a good time and just let this one slide today. But obviously, because it was a black man, and yeah, he had a problem with that. It's not because of the uniform. He had a problem with the skin color. The guy was wearing a wrong skin color. It's not like the uniform he was putting on. He had problem with the skin, not the uniform he's putting on. Because, like, why will you, okay, even if you want to punish somebody, like, not gunshot, okay, at least it started with fist fight. It should have ended with fist fight, not pulling out a gun. So now, in my own opinion, like, they just lost a soldier, because this is a war front and this is a war camp. So every single man matters when it comes to, like, when the battle starts. Every single man matters. So you killing your man, it's like you're short of man, and it's going to affect you later. Like, it just makes no sense because of the person wearing different skin color. Because obviously, it's not the problem he had was not with the uniform, was the skin color he had, and really, really bad.
And Private William Crossland, one of the black soldiers, died with a bullet in his back. 4 other injuries to black American soldiers occurred in a 5-hour confrontation.
5 hours.
Which ended at the Adams Hall Army.
Like, 5 hours confrontation. So they spent this 30 minutes even enough. Like, they spent 5 hours fighting themselves. Like, that's just a win for the enemy. Like, because there's no greater battle than internal battle. Like, let me say you have a problem in your family. Like, it pains a lot and it causes more damage than the problem you have. Like, let me say 2 families are having issues. Like, it's more fatal when families fighting each other than 2 families fighting each other. So them fighting themselves is like a win for the enemy. And like, are they so blind to see this because of just skin color? Like, wow. Really, they're not thinking.
Camp. The events of that night led to the death of 1 black soldier, significant injuries to several others, and the convictions of 27 black American soldiers, which would later be commuted or overturned. The events in Bamber Bridge highlighted the vexing paradox of race relations and prejudice at the time. Despite the open-armed welcome from British citizens, the U.S. Army uniform...
You know what's funny about this whole story? I used to, like, think... Obviously, like, I used to think that it's Americans that gave people of color freedom. Like, and I used to look at European countries as the one that, like, held people of color, like, just tightest. Like, it was hard for them to give us our independence or that stuff. We had to fight for it. So, it's crazy now saying that it's even the European people that are, like, more welcoming to black people than the Americans. Like, it's just like, okay, I'm getting everything wrong. Because, like, I used to think, obviously, the Americans are more welcoming to colored people than the European people. So this video is just like the opposite of everything I know so far. Like, wow, I'm really in shock right now. But this is really bad. Fighting between yourself because of... And the problem with everything is that, okay, you guys are fighting for the same cause, but now because of this person have a different skin tone, and you need that person, not like you don't need the person, like you need that person there, because if you don't need him there, he won't be there. You need him, but you still have a hatred for him because of his skin color, and the hatred is so strong that you won't have to pull a gun and kill that person and injure so many others. Like, nah, this is really bad.
Provided no protection from the racist attitudes embodied by the U.S. Army authorities. After their service, black soldiers returned stateside with little tolerance for the pervasive and prejudiced Jim Crow laws. But they soon discovered once again that their service provided no protection from the discrimination and racial violence that still permeated America. The harsh reality was that some black veterans were to be lynched, a harrowing image of suppression and racial intolerance. The struggle for equality and social justice continues on today. We at Go for Broke National Education Center honor these black American soldiers of World War II who served and sacrificed for our nation. And we continue our commitment to ensuring America's promise.
Like, honestly, I don't even know what to say, because these men gave their best. Because these days we don't have a lot of people that would eat that kind of bullshit. Like, we don't have enough people that have tolerance like this. Like, one moment like abusing them, like they won't take it anymore. But for this men to go through all this pain and everything and still fight for the same cause, just for equality, like they really did a lot. They tried. Like, to me, they're the real heroes of this whole battle. Like, they're the real heroes because they had to go put through the racist stuff and everything, and obviously the segregation and many other things that we don't even know that happened at that time. They have to put up with it and still stand and fight for their country. So to me, they're the real hero. And if not for this video, these men have been forgotten. Like, history won't even record them. If not for this video bring about the story, history will actually scrape them out. Like, it will not even exist that black soldiers was even there. So this video just did a lot of things to their image, like bringing back their memory and things they did for the country, like the service they did for the country, which is really good. And yeah, I would say the decision the military police made was a really wrong decision, because at the end of the day, as a military, like, they're all fighting for the same cause. So I picture them to be like a family. If you're killing your man, so that's a win for the enemy, because obviously the enemy wants to kill your man. Your own job is to protect each other. So you killing him, you're like giving victory to the enemy, and that's really bad, and that's really a bad logic. I was wondering, like, how were they thinking? Like, at least wait for you guys to finish the battle. They don't even have to wait. They will see in the fight, and they will see fighting with you themselves. That's really wrong. Thank you guys for watching with me. If you really enjoyed this one, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and the link to my Bamber Coffee will be down in the description box down below. Please go check that out. Thank you for doing that, and I hope to see you guys at my next video. Stay safe and bye for now, guys.